Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Girish Kumar, Associate Professor of Electrical Engineering Department of Baby Raj Institute of Technology. So here today I'll talk about the components of electric vehicles. The course is electric vehicles. So let's see now various components which is marked in this particular EV car, right? So let us talk about various components, each and every one. The major components are nothing but first one is the traction battery pack. Traction battery pack in the sense, so the battery pack which is useful to drive the electric motor. So usually this is placed under the pan of uh, like like EV, like vehicle body, and the second one is nothing but electric motor, which is shown here in the red color. And third one is a power electric converter. So this converter will be a controller for a battery and as well as the motor. And another one is a DC to DC converter, which is placed here. And another one is a thermal system, which is also called as a cooling mechanism for your battery pack as well as the controller and also the electric motor or driving motor. And the later parts are the battery charger. Like the battery is an auxiliary battery. The battery charger comes to the onboard charger. Here it is an onboard charger. It is located at this particular place. And next one is the transmission system. Transmission is nothing but it's a connected between the motor to the driving wheels. So this part is nothing but the transmission system. And the one is the charger port is required in order to externally charge the EV. Okay, so the basic components are these, the invisible and visible components. And let's see now their functions for each and every category here. The main components comes to the motor, reducer, battery, onboard charger, and the electric power control unit. This is also called as the PCU, EPCU. So coming to the motor, so then the motor is nothing but the main driving machine of EV wheels. So here it powers the mechanical output power to the driving wheels by taking electric supply from the battery. So generally, if we use like PMSM, BLDC, synchronous machines for this driving wheels, earlier we used to employ the DC machines, but they are now get replaced because the DC machines are much less efficient than this PMSM and some AC machines and induction machines also. Earlier it is adapted. Now they are also replaced with the PMSM and BLDC machines. Next, come to the reducer. So the reducer is one of the key unit in the electric vehicle components, and it like reduces the motors RPM. RPM stands for revolutions per minute to generate appropriate like level of force. So then the RPM controller will be like connected at the end of the motor, like here. So then this is also named as a reducer. So it can balance the speed of the particular motor according to the requirement of an acceleration and deceleration. Now the third component is nothing but a battery. You know that it's an energy storage device. It converts chemical energy into the electrical energy. Inside the chemical reactions can be converted into electrical energy and it supplies energy back to the like power converter to drive the EV motor. So there are different types of batteries are adapted. Like so presently we are in use of batteries for EVs is the lithium ion, lithium polymer, and nickel metal hydride batteries. So for their efficient and long last power. Also, the onboard charger is one of the component. So there are two types of chargers are there in the EVs. One is external charger, another one is onboard charger. If the charger is located inside the vehicle, that is we call like onboard charger. It is actually having very like little power. So means that it takes more charge time. Nearly it's more than 10 hours of time for now. Also it supports for AC charging only, not for DC charging. All onboard chargers are AC chargers. And also we have one more charger called DC chargers. DC chargers are called as a fast chargers, external chargers, and located in different places in the charging stations. So the vehicle has to move to the charging station, then we have to charge it from there. So it takes nearly roughly 1 or 2 hours to fully get charged by the DC fast chargers. The next one is nothing but electrical power control unit, EPCU. It has the three components actually. One is an inverter. So this inverter is nothing but a DC to AC converter. So then here the inverter why we are using is battery energy storage is the DC, but the machine that we are using in AC, so that in order to convert this DC into the required power of AC to the motor, so we need to establish or connect a power control unit, like a power electronic unit is nothing but here is a power control unit. That power electronic converter will place between a battery and as well as a motor, right? So then that power electronic converter now act as an inverter. So whenever the battery is supplying energy to the motor, and sometimes this inverter may act as a rectifier during a braking time, the regenerating power in the wheels have been fed back to the battery. And also we have a low voltage DC to DC converters, and this DC to DC converter is very low power rating, a low voltage rating, which will be usually employed in the EVs. So then this converts batteries high voltage into the low voltage and supplies to the electronic systems inside the auxiliaries of particular car. So next, vehicle control unit, and it like oversees the controls and vehicles power control mechanisms, and different like electronic clutch and electronic brake and electronic power steering. Everything will be controlled by this electronic control unit. This is also called as vehicle control unit, and also it monitors the battery state and battery's health, and it gives the feedback in the displays. So that's all about the today's topic of the different components of EVs. Thank you.